What if you're not addicted to him, but to the ache, the chase, the emotional familiarity that lives inside the pattern? In this deeply reflective video, we'll explore the hidden psychological and emotional loops that keep self-aware women stuck in painful relationship dynamics long after love has left the room. Using Jungian-inspired insights and emotionally intimate storytelling, this video gently guides you into the heart of your own unconscious patterns, showing how the men you choose often mirror the wounded archetypes within. We'll explore why breaking free from him is not about forgetting or moving on, but about becoming radically conscious of your own inner story. Through soft narration, soulful reflection, and transformative truths, this 15-minute journey offers a space for healing, awareness, and a deeper reconnection with your worth. Whether you're stuck in a situationship, caught in the longing for someone emotionally unavailable, or just tired of the repeating cycles, you're not broken. You're awakening. And this video is here to walk beside you. The ache beneath the longing. There's a certain kind of ache that doesn't show up in heartbreak songs. It's quieter, more haunting. The kind that lingers when he hasn't texted back in days. Yet you still wait. Not for the message, but for the validation. For the hope that you still matter to him. But what if I told you, you're not addicted to him, you're addicted to the pattern, the cycle, the emotional rhythm your nervous system has come to call love. Because deep down it's not really him you're craving. It's the high that comes after the anxiety. The brief euphoria when he finally pays attention. The small crumbs of affection that feel like a feast to a heart that's starving. And when it's quiet, when it's just you and the silence, that's when the real withdrawal begins. Not from him, but from the self you abandoned to keep him. The pattern is older than he is. This pattern didn't begin with him, it began years ago. Maybe in childhood. Maybe in that first relationship that broke you in places no one could see. It's a loop. An unconscious reenactment of a love that was inconsistent, unpredictable, but familiar. Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. What you call chemistry might be your trauma recognizing itself in someone else's eyes. He isn't the first emotionally unavailable man you've been drawn to. He probably won't be the last. Until you stop and ask, why does my heart only beat faster for those who don't choose me fully? Because the soul doesn't crave chaos. The soul craves peace. But the nervous system craves what it knows. The archetype of the wounded lover. There is an archetype at play here. In Jungian terms, you're not just you. You are also every woman who's ever longed for love, but feared being fully seen. You may be embodying the wounded lover. She is magnetic, intuitive, deeply feeling. But her love often comes with a price. Self-abandonment. She chases love that mirrors her deepest wound. She confuses intensity with intimacy, drama with depth, pain with passion. She doesn't mean to. She's just never known a love that didn't hurt. And when love is safe, it feels boring, wrong, untrustworthy. Not because it is, but because it doesn't activate the pain body that's been your companion for years. The chemical cocktail of unavailable love. There's a biological truth to this, too. When you're in a push-pull dynamic with someone emotionally unavailable, your brain becomes addicted to the cortisol spikes of anxiety, and the dopamine bursts that follow when you get a rare hit of affection. It's like a slot machine. You never know when it'll hit, so you keep playing. Not because the reward is that great, but because the possibility is intoxicating. And every time he throws you a crumb, it activates your hope center. Maybe this time he'll change. Maybe this time he means it. Maybe this time, you'll be enough. But what if I told you, you've always been enough? He just doesn't have the capacity to love you in the way you need. Why you stay? The inner child's hope you stay. Not because you're weak, but because there's a little girl inside of you still holding out hope. Hope that this time love won't leave. Hope that this time someone will choose her fully. She believes if she tries harder, becomes better, stays quiet, she finally be worthy. But here's the truth. You never had to earn love. Not then, not now. And the moment you realize that, is the moment you begin to set her free. The mirror of the masculine. Every relationship is a mirror. And the men you've loved, even the ones who hurt you, were reflecting something within. Not because you deserve pain, but because the unconscious seeks wholeness through projection. If you keep attracting men who cannot meet you emotionally, it may be because a part of you still believes that you aren't worthy of being met. That love must be chased. That safety must be earned. That closeness means sacrifice. But love, real love, doesn't require you to shrink. It doesn't demand your silence. It doesn't punish you for being too much. The love you long for begins within. The breaking point is the beginning. There comes a moment, quiet, sacred, where you finally get tired of the ache, where the weight of almost love becomes heavier than the grief of letting go. And that moment is holy, because it's not just the end of another toxic cycle. It's the beginning of you, the real you, the you who doesn't chase, who doesn't beg, who doesn't contort herself for crumbs, the you who rises, softly, fully, powerfully. The rebirth of self-trust. When you break the pattern, you don't just walk away from him. You walk back to yourself, to your intuition, your worth, your knowing. You begin to rebuild your relationship with your own inner masculine, the part of you that holds, protects, provides. So you no longer need to outsource safety to someone else. You become both the lover and the beloved, the safe place and the fire, the structure and the softness. This is wholeness. This is freedom. You are not broken. You are becoming so. Hear me when I say, you're not broken. You're not weak. You're not foolish for having loved him. You were searching for healing in the only way you knew how. But now, you're awakening, and this isn't just a breakup. It's a breakthrough. You're not addicted to him. You were addicted to the pattern. But even patterns can be rewritten. Even stories can be retold. And your story is just beginning.